Hi there. Today we're going to start off making a cheesy vegetable casserole dish. We're going to start off with frying a medium-sized yellow onion, and we just want to get this softened down. Now this dish here, it's also called an Auflauf, which in German means a casserole dish, and noodle means noodles. So this is a great dish if you have extra noodles left over, some pasta from the other night. You can incorporate this very easily. Such a delicious meal. So we're just going to soften up these onions. And I like adding in lots of veg. So today I have some broccoli, mushrooms, and some zucchini. So we're going to add this in to our frying pan. And the method we're going to cook this is just slightly. So we're going to steam it. So we don't want them all brown, and we certainly don't want them all mushy and soft. We just want a light steaming. So the best way that I figured out how to do this is to put them in the fry pan and just add a little bit of water. Mix that around a bit, and we'll place the lid on top. And it will not take long at all. Keep it on a low simmer. The next part of this casserole dish is the egg part. So I'm going to cracking 4 eggs. This will be used as a binder for the dish. Think of it like a quiche type, where you have eggs and milk and cheese. So we have the eggs, and we can whip these up. Now, one of the ways you can customize your meal is if you want to add in some type of meat. Ham would be delicious, bacon, cubes of chicken would be good, but I'm making it a vegetarian meal today. Next, we're going to add in a teaspoon of salt and some pepper. Give that a little mix, and we're also going to add in about half a cup of milk. You don't want it too thick. Think of it as if you were making a quiche. I have 2% milk. You can use whole milk. You can use whipping cream if you want. Now I'm just checking on the veggies, making sure they're nicely steamed. You still want your broccoli to be firm. Going to add in some garlic now, garlic powder. The reason I add in the garlic powder now is if I add it in before, it has a tendency to burn in the pan, and so we certainly don't want that. We just want to add a little bit of flavor. If you don't like garlic, don't add garlic. So we're going to set that aside, and now we're going to grate some cheese. I have about 3/4 cup. I have a medium cheddar and also a mozzarella cheese. What also would be delicious is if you added in some Emmental, some Gouda. Those would be delicious cheeses. Any type of hard cheese would be absolutely delicious. But since this is kind of a leftover meal, it's whatever you have in the fridge, and that's what you add to it. Now, in terms of vegetables, those were the veggies that I had on hand. I have used carrots, peas as well. You have whatever you have in the fridge, you can just dump it in. It'll be delicious. Now it's time to assemble the casserole. So this dish that I'm using is about a 8x8 casserole dish. I'm going to spray it with some Pam just so it doesn't stick. And here I have my noodles from the other night, and I cooked extra because I knew I was going to make this meal. So these are straight from the fridge. You can see they're still like a little bit cold, but that's okay. So fluff them up a bit. Oops, there goes one. Wants to escape. Now we're going to add in our veg. So we're going to cook this into the oven. I would preheat my oven now at 375. This way the oven is already hot and ready to go. We're going to mix this up because we don't want the noodles at the bottom and then the vegetables at the top. So we want to incorporate together. So just give it a little mix. Now, when my mom made this meal when I was a kid, she didn't put any vegetables in it. It was basically noodles and cheese and the egg. That was it. It was like, I guess, a macaroni and cheese type of meal that we had. And sometimes she would put ham in it. But we're really trying to eat more healthy in my family and incorporate more vegetables in our meals. So whenever I can add more veg in, I definitely try. We also have vegetarian meals several times a week. So we're adding in the cheese slowly. And you don't want your cheese to just be at the top. You want it to be incorporated throughout the casserole. Now I'm going to add in some green onions and some small cherry tomatoes. I'm adding this now because I didn't want them to get all mushy and soft in the frying pan. So they will cook up, but they'll still have their nice consistency and the tomato will still look like a tomato. Give this a little mix. And we're almost ready. The last part that we do is we add in our mixture of eggs and milk. Now the way I do this is I do it horizontally, I go across, and then I go across vertically, just to make sure that I didn't miss any spots. It's as easy as that. Now we're going to pop it into the oven, a 375 Fahrenheit oven, for about 40 minutes. And here it is, right out of the oven. I also serve this with a side salad. You can see how just cheesy and hot and delicious it looks. I hope you try this recipe.